Hello everybody, Mr. Storm here, and welcome back to Transport Fever. In the last episode, we worked on some upgrades, both to our freight line, making the trains longer with more freight capacity, adding more trains to the line, and we also did some upgrades to our passenger train, which we're taking a look at right now, the brand new CNJ Mogul locomotives with the longer wagon train, basically the more cars on the end. And yeah, here we go, passing each other there. Got those upgraded. They've been running for a bit. And then we started working on what will eventually be a new passenger train route along the crater shore. And we're going to be probably working on that today. So, I think we'll go ahead and just get to work on that. Again, I did advance the game a bit. We're now in January. Well, we're about to be in February of 1877. Oh, and I always forget to turn those little numbers off, because they tend to create some lag when they hit. So we're going to just keep them off. Alright, so it's going to connect Dull Gold Door here to the Citadel to Revelstone. And we have set up some tram track in the Citadel and in Revelstone. So we now need to actually set up the tram lines. We need to build the train stations. We need to build the track and start putting some trains on them. That's going to be the plan here. Alright, so I think first order business is going to be putting in the tram lines in the Citadel and Revelstone. And the other thing we could also do, yeah, I think we'll do the large stations because we're going to do some buses or, well, coaches at some point here. We want to get this somewhere where it's going to be flattish. Construction not possible, too much slope. And I don't want a lumpy road if I can avoid it. That's probably our best bet right there. Oh, and I forgot to put tram tracks on there. Oh, and now it's going to say there's a collision. Of course it is. Oh, for goodness sakes. All right. Remove it. Let's try this again. Tram track, yes. There we go. Okay. And that's going to cover kind of that area. So we're going to need bus tram stops. One of them there. One of them there. One of them there. That should cover most of the town for now. We'll go ahead, we'll add in here tram, the Citadel. There we go. Oh, I actually need to keep that open so I can actually set up the route. There it is. Alright, and then you're going to need our depots. Road depot. Fitting these in is going to be interesting. That'll do. And the tram depot, can I slot that in nearby? That'll do, I think. Ooh, that's... Terrain is a bit of a mess there. So let's go ahead and get out some terrain tools here and see if I can't smooth this out a tad. That looks better. Okay, good. Alright, we actually have new trams. We now have steam trams. So I'm going to go ahead and buy those. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go with 5 of them. We'll set them on the Citadel line. And that means I need to run some upgrades. So here's our steam trams. And run upgrades on the other tram lines to take advantage of the new technology we have. Alright, but that's good for now. Okay, so now we need to do the same thing over here in Revelstone. This is going to be a little bit easier because it's a bit of a flatter area over here. At least in theory it should be easier. Alright, let's see if I can slot this guy in right about there. Good. And then we'll do our road depot and our tram depot right in there. Perfect. And then we'll go ahead and get our stop set up. Alright, it's going to be coming this direction. Let's see, how much do you cover? You cover, well, most of that and even a little bit over here. So we'll put our first stop right about there. Bring another stop there. Let's see, another stop would be good right about there. Another stop there, and that should be sufficient. Okay. And this is going to be tram Revelstone. Okay. And then let's go ahead and get some trams. Same steam trams. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to do 6 on this one. There we go. So you have more stops. So more trams. Alright, so speaking of these trams, I also need to take a look at these coaches as well. Yes, let's see here. You need to be set up to use steam trams and replace now. There we go. Mali City. You need to be set up for the new steam trams and replace now. Midgar. Steam trams, replace now. These are fairly cheap to replace. That's good. Ori. Steam trams, replace now. Sandoria tram. Probably won't be too much longer before we're going to start seeing electric trams. And then we're going to have to put in electrification in all of our cities that have trams. Alright, now we're going to need a coach route. Where is... there it is. Okay. So this is going to be a ICB. It's kind of an ugly color. Let's go with just black. Okay. ICB. This is going to be DGD to the Citadel to Revelstone. Okay. RVS? Yeah, RVS. Let's say call that. Alright, we're going to run that line from there to there to there, and then back to here again. And as usual, I want to make sure that these guys are using two different terminals so they don't clog up. There we go. At least that's the theory anyway. And then we want to add in some coaches. Alright. So there's the Dulguldur depot. And then we grab this depot. Road depot. And then that road depot. I think we're going to do 8 vehicles per depot. And we'll see what that looks like. Alright, so we're going to be passenger road vehicles. We now have stagecoaches. Alright, or we have these things. L'Obéissant. Same number of passengers. This has more horsepower. It actually costs less. Top speed 17, top speed 18. This is a little bit slower. They're faster than these, but slower than these. You know, let's go with them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Set line, set line, set line. Alright, good. There they are. Alright, and we'll go to our other routes as well and do replacement and do the same thing. Set up the replacement, replace now, do it. And then you as well. Replacement. Replace now. There we go. So that should increase the number of passengers and the speed at which they run. So that's going to be good. We don't have doubling up on terminals. Yes, we do. Let's not use the same terminal for everything. But you're not doubled up on terminals. I'm specifically running the larger stations there so that we have the additional terminals. So let's use them. All right, good. Next bit of business is going to be a train line. Now for passengers, I'm not sure we're going to be going past Revelstone at all. Though we might. Let me think here. Do I want the ability to get the train to run past here? Because in theory, we could potentially, at some point when we have money to burn, run a line along here, create a bridge, and bring a line over here to Pallet Town. But not now. But we could build this so that is a possibility in the future. It would be monstrously expensive, but, you know, eventually we'll be raking in money faster than we can spend it, so... let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's do a through straight station, 200 meters long, 200 meters long, and set it up so that we can get around this little pond here. Do I want to put some curvature in this station? We might want to try. Let's see. No, I don't think we want to curve that end. We might want to curve this end. Do you want to curve that end a little bit more? That might work. Okay, and this is close enough to reach that. Yep, there we go. Though it looks like if we come straight out of here, it is going to bump into that road. Well, that's slightly unfortunate. Let's see. We're going to have to curve coming out of the station a little bit. This might complicate matters. Let's make sure it's flat. At least for now. Because building a diamond junction, what I like to do on a curved piece of track is iffy. I think if we keep it short enough, it should be fine. Yes. Alright, good. Alright, and from here, we can then come up to ground level. There we go. We're going to have to deal with that road. We'll figure it out. Alright, next we're going to do a station down here. Let's see, do I still want to have any curvature in here? I think it might be best just to keep the station straight around here. Yep, that'll do. Okay. So... now we need to figure out how we're going to get get this over there. Let's turn on our contours. Let's see. See, that's the inside track there. Alright, I think what we're going to try and do is we're going to need to try to get this down here towards the coast. Now, what's it going to do with that level crossing? We're going to have some bumpiness if we try that. I wonder if we can't try something slightly different. Clean that up a bit. There we go. Construction not possible. Why is construction not possible? Did I delete too much? No, there's just some goofiness around that, those switches there. Okay. Let's see, what if I take this down and go into a tunnel? It's going to cost a lot of money, but, you know, let's do it. Alright, if I connected all the way through there and then made some adjustments... Don't particularly care for that. Let's see. Let's see if I can get it a little bit closer before I join it up. There we go. And then will that connect? That looks better. All right. Alright, I'll finish our connection through there. Good. There we go. It'll do. Alright. Now, next bit is we already have a station over here. So now we just need to get from here to over there. It's on flat there. Alright, let it follow the terrain again. Alright, let's see what... do we have here? Do we want to try keeping it near the coast? I think that's what we're going to try and do here. We got a bit of a hill there. I could run a tunnel. I'd rather not, if I can avoid it. Yeah, we'll just kind of follow contours a little bit. Now, did I actually set up, no, I did not. So I should probably do that over here so that I know what we're working with. Get the diamond in. There we are. Alright. Now, this bit of track is coming into which side again? Okay, so this side here. Yeah, if I just come straight across, it's going to want to build a bridge because the terrain kind of curves in a little bit here and then curves back out like that. Make sure we're at 120 the whole way. Yep, looks good. And we'll just finish both sides. Ah, we made it to 1878. Alright. Alright, there we are. So now I just need to get some signals down. Oh, auto-saving again. Alright, there we are. Alright, set up the moving blocks. There. There. And then set up our signals on this piece. Let's see. Just kind of eyeballing it, as usual. Should be good enough. All right, and then we'll do another set of signals for a moving block there. All right, not quite evenly spaced, but it'll do. Alright, now we have no way of getting a train from this depot over there. Not at the moment, anyway. Let me just experiment with what possibilities we might have. Could potentially do that. But these switches would not be able to be double slipped. There's just no way. They're way too... No, well, they're not sharp enough, is what it is. We don't necessarily have to use the same depot all the time. We can make another one. They're cheap enough. So I think that's probably what we're just going to go ahead and do. We're going to build a depot over here by the Citadel. I think might be the option here. I don't think I want to put it down by the coast. We might want to put it, let's see, over here. Kind of slip it in there. Make it kind of part of the station. Double slip. Alright. And then get that connected in. Signal there. We would want to signal... Let's see. We want to signal here, too. I don't think we would necessarily need a signal over here as we're approaching this way. No train should ever come and head that way. In theory, anyway. We'll see. Alright, so we need to create a line. And this is going to be... That's not the color I want to use. We'll use that color, this bright cyan. We'll call this train passengers DDG to Citadel to Revelstown. Okay. And these are all passenger stations, right? Yes, okay. Alright, that ought to work. And you need to correct what terminals you're using here. Let's see, coming. You should be using Terminal 1. There we go. Alright, let's decide what we're going to put on here for trains. It's a fairly long line, so we may want to go with something fast. So, let's see what we've got that might be fast for locomotives. So we're starting to get a lot of locomotives here. Fictional 460 does 50. The Sterling single does 125. That's pretty quick. Do I have a wagon that will do 125? I believe the Clerestory. The Clerestory will do 129 kilometers per hour. That'll only do 80. That'll do 60. 50, 100. Cracker Box does 80. So that is an expensive coach. Alright, this is going to be an expensive train. Let's get one of those on there. Let's put 2 Clerestory coaches on there. And 4... do a caboose? I don't know if it's really long enough for that, but it's cheap. Well, it's free to put the caboose on. Let's do 2 of those. Ew, there goes all the money. Alright, you set to that line first. Let's take a look at it coming out of the depot. Okay, so... oh, hold on. I may have just screwed myself up here. That caboose may limit the speed. It is to 80. Okay, we want to take that off. Alright, no problem. What I'll just do is say you replace and yep. It's not going to cost us anything to do the replacement because it hasn't even done anything yet. So the costs are equal, so that's good. Alright, let's speed this up. And what we're going to do is we're going to wait till it passes, or at least it comes into this station, and then we'll send out the other train. Oh, we can probably turn those contours off. There we go. And we actually already have a passenger waiting. Good. Those coaches are expensive, so hopefully we can get some passenger ridership going, because these things are going to cost me a fortune while we're not running any passengers. Let's see, what speeds are you getting up to? $60? Alright, go ahead and set the line on that one. Alright, let's follow it and let's see. We're kind of keeping things... let's slow it down to normal speed. .46 kilometers an hour.
See, once we're on the downhill, let's see how fast it gets. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get up to the top speed of 125. If we don't actually approach that speed, I may end up thinking about swapping these things out for something cheaper, because if we're not going to hit the high speeds, then there's no real point to having these trains. Alright, we're up to 80. 81. Holding steady at 81. '82. That's a 93, 94. We're pulling into town now. You can see the chimneys from the industry. It just hits 100 or 99 before it starts to brake for the station. Alright, well, I might have to think about that. I mean, getting up to 100 or getting over 90 is pretty nice. We don't have anything else that's going to get that fast. I mean, we have the Crampton engine, but I don't think it has enough horsepower to pull these big, heavy clerestory coaches. Though we could switch over to the lighter coaches. Still only carrying one passenger. Well, what I'll probably have to do is evaluate that in between episodes and see if I want to replace those trains with something cheaper. Alright, but I think we're at the end of the episode, so we're going to go ahead and stop here for now. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.